So it blows me away when companies don't learn from others' mistakes. This is the Demko Knives Razor Shark, and it's based off of their compact NANO-SHARK folder, now in budget-friendly AUS 10. We'll talk about this a little bit later in the video. But there's one glaring thing I noticed immediately when I saw this knife, and it is reminiscent of the Elementum utility knife and the major issue I highlighted when I reviewed that tool. Now, the astute knife nerd, and that's exactly what I am, and you are too if you're watching this, probably knows exactly what I see here as an issue. But I said to myself, maybe I'm an outlier. Maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of a certain problem. So I decided to talk to my friend Mike, who has run a successful handyman business for about 10 years now. Utility knives are his bread and butter. He uses them daily. So I tossed it to him, and here's what he had to say.
Oh, how do you switch it out quickly? That's dumb.
Yep, you need a T8 torque bit to remove and fast change the blades.
Now, if they included a T8 torque bit,
Right, in the handle or something maybe?
that'd be okay. But since they didn't...
Now, thankfully, they do include this nice T8 tool and I believe a number 3 Allen attached so that you are able to swap out these little screws, and they give you one spare, but that means that I have to keep track of this at all times. We're gonna swap it for a LENOX, I believe is how you say it, gold. These are my fave. I'll try and link those things. They do perform longer. They're just more durable than just the standard. But now, okay, great, I have a tool, but now I literally have to use a freaking tool to back this off. Oh, see? And it's so tiny, I mean, they do give you one spare, but I don't know, man. I wish it should be a different way. I'm just being real. There should be a different way. So, let's just see. Yeah. So, I mean, it's nice that the tool is included, but where do I store this now? Do I carry this in my pocket with this all the time? And if they had just come up with a way to put it into the handle, definitely thick enough to do that, I could have given a little bit of grace there. But if I lose this tool, if I don't have it in my pocket, in the same pocket that this is, and I need to change this out, the realistically number one reason we carry utility knives kind of goes out the window. Now, the trade-off is that we get tons of blade length. Maybe that's a trade-off worth having if some other aspects, including value and things like that, all line up. So let's jump to the stump here real quick and get some cutting done and see really how this little blade performs. I like the high vis option. That is good. If you are going to actually use this, you know, it's not just, oh, go to my EDC kit sometimes. I mean, let's get real. We all do that. I do it. But if you're actually going to really use this and you are in a trade, or you're just a really like heavy duty DIY, there we go. Yeah, so I mean, it's fine. And I mean, it's not, I don't think it's loosening up. I want to see how it binds up if you're treating it like a knife. Yeah, I mean, it's still, unless you do that little tip, just the tip. I mean, it can push through, but you are going to be binding up right there when you see, like that. You're binding up, and you're just going to have to push harder. It's not going to be a super clean cut. Okay. After a bit of use, aside from the not quick releasing and potential just issues with using a T8, the ergonomics just really aren't there for me. I don't get the amount of grip. I'm constantly fighting over this lock right here, trying to figure out exactly where to use it. And honestly, I kind of wish that they had gone with just some sort of quick release, like what we get on, say, a DEWALT right there, where you just pull up and pull the blade out, and actually given us a little choil like the DEWALT has. And that actually would have been better and given me more ergonomics. So if they had figured out a way to do the quick release, that would have mitigated a lot of issues and actually helped with the ergonomics significantly to have some sort of actual dedicated choil. As it stands functionality-wise, I mean, something like this, or even my little WORKPRO. I mean, you can, like, these things are awesome. And, you know, even if they wanted to stick with something like that, a flathead would have been way more ideal, like on the old Gerbers of similar suit. They kind of kicked off this whole thing years and years ago, giving you a little bit more blade length. You know, you have a flathead there, because then at least that's on every Leatherman tool I own. I can use, you know, I can make a lanyard with a little washer, and at least it's like a little bit faster than having to be a dedicated Torx bit. And if it's gone, and now I'm screwed, and this becomes basically useless. So what's the cost of something like this? Well, there's no blade, and you know, you got to buy your own blades and swap them out.
What would you pay for that, Mike, if that was sitting on a Home Depot?
$10, $12. Not more than 30. What does it cost?
More than 30.
More than nope. No, not at all. Not at all.
Guess.
70.
5.
75. I bought mine for 15 and it works better than this. And it holds extra blades.
Uh-oh! So there it is. That's a reality check from a buddy of mine who just works with utility knives all the time. 30 bucks, kind of. I mean, I get it a little bit more. I mean, if we're basing it off of this Nano that we'll talk a little about in a little bit, you know, maybe 50, 60 bucks would be really pushing it if you're really into all this stuff. And I get that the quality is there, you know, made in Taiwan, not in China. You know, there's definitely engineering that goes in the shark lock, things like that. I get it, but man, 75 bucks. 75 bucks is just too much. And guys, Demko Knives sent me this sample. They sent me this sample. But I always keep it real with you guys. They can send samples all they want, but I'm gonna always keep it real with you guys to hopefully give good feedback. Not only to you, the user, but also the companies. And maybe they'll hear something. Maybe the next round will be tweaked and changed, and there'll be some different things. Even just a flathead, I'll at least understand that, even if the value point really isn't there. And so throughout this video, I will have links to not only all the competitive options that we're talking about in the utility knife arena, some that I really connect with and use, that upgraded blade that we talked about, but also what we're about to dive into, the NANO-SHARK. Now, I may not have been getting the value and performance that I was hoping for out of this Razor Shark, but I can tell you one piece of gear that has been giving me excellent value to performance. It's actually these jeans right here, baby. Now, these jeans come courtesy of today's sponsor, which is LA Police Gear. And these are their core jeans. Now, if you know anything about LA Police Gear, they provide excellent, in their own brand, performance to value with a tri-blend cotton, polyester, spandex on these jeans. So they have a great weight, they breathe really well. They're 6 pockets, so you get 2 spare pockets for either extra tools, compact fixed blades, mags, things like that. They fit excellent, and they have 3 different fits: slim, regular, relaxed. I'm kicking it in the relaxed, because that's how I like to roll. And they have 3 different washes as well. And the best part, currently, they're 30 bucks. 30 bucks, dude, for jeans that move with you, with all the different features as well as cuts to choose from. And I encourage you guys, if you're looking, as the weather changes, you're getting out of your shorts, for a good quality pair of jeans that's not going to break the bank, but give you a lot of performance, check them out. Link provided up there in the description box below, and I have my 10% off promo code that's exclusive for you guys here at the channel, saving you a little extra scratch. All right, how about the NANO-SHARK? Now, the NANO-SHARK I previously reviewed in 20CV, and I was kind of on the fence with that model, mainly for its size and its stock thickness compared to some of the other models. Now, they've come out with a more budget-friendly version. AUS 10 is nothing to balk at, absolutely gets the job done, absolutely works well, and I way prefer it over like old AUS 8 and those type of things. Now, here's the deal. As I use this tool, and I like that they came out with I believe this is a new blade shape that they're doing right there. So, this is pretty straightforward, guys. Here's the dealio. It comes in at under 2.5 inches, but over 2 inches. It's like 2.3 inches blade length. That in tandem with the handle, it's actually pretty awkward for me the more I try to use it. You basically have to grip it right here, or I was actually pretty pleased when I did it like this. See how I'm doing that? Then you bypass the shark lock, but if you're gonna try and do it this way or some other like this, you're gonna be on it. Get down on it. Now, like this is fine, see? It's right there in the web. Don't even know the shark lock exists. And then look at that. Oh, look at that. So, I mean, if you, dude, okay, here's the deal. If you have, for some reason, that very small, you know, it has to be less than 2.5. Okay. I mean, I guess. There you go. There you go. Get it. Get it. I don't have that issue with the Cub. It's slightly larger brother. That one I've never really had an issue with because of the longer handle, and I can use the shark lock as a thumb ramp or I get over it. This one, it's really tricky to do. It becomes a 3-finger knife. There's a lot going on there. So here's the bottom line, guys. Unless you have to have a knife under 2.5 inches, there is no reason in my mind why I would pick this over the current Shark-CUB. I get the same steel, same handle material, but this is thicker, this is thinner at 0.09, so this is way slicier. And it's thinner in the pocket and it weighs less. This is 2.9, this is like 3.2, I think, ounces. So this is smaller, thicker, heavier, and $10 more at $100. This one is still currently $90, $100. So I don't know why that is, unless it's just the stock thickness or, you know, like just cost since this came out, go more thicker handle. I don't get it. I don't get it why the NANO-SHARK would be more expensive, but I would totally just stick with the Shark-CUB, and unless you literally have to have a knife under 2.5 inches, this just makes absolutely in every way, size, performance, pricing, weight, everything, ergonomics, more sense to me. That's me and my mileage, guys, and as always, I keep it real here with you so that you know. When I tell you like the 3V version of the Free Rein, which is still available, I saw some over on at DLT, you know when I say it's a banger, it's a banger. And then when I tell you the NANO-SHARK and the Razor Shark don't make any sense to me, you know it's true, and I'm trying to unpack it for you on why I feel that way. That's me, that's my mileage. You may love those two blades. Leave comments below if you do. The Nano and the Razor. Maybe they're like totally up your alley for some reason that I don't understand. Because that's just what I share with you guys. I'm just a dweeb in the backyard or out in the woods, share my thoughts. Appreciate you guys so much kicking it with me. There it is, guys. Love you. Check out the other videos, subscribe, and always remember to stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.